A learned blockhead is a greater blockhead than an ignorant one. It is a common error in friends, when they would extol their friends, to make comparisons, and to depreciate the merits of others. Each year one vicious habit rooted out, in time might make the worst man good throughout. A new truth is a truth, an old error is an error. Having lived long, I have experienced many instances of being obliged by better information or fuller consideration to change opinions, even on important subjects, which I once thought right, but found to be otherwise. The way to secure peace is to be prepared for war. They that are on their guard, and appear ready to receive their adversaries, are in much less danger of being attacked, than the supine, secure, and negligent. A fat kitchen makes a lean will. Don't go to the doctor with every distemper, nor to the lawyer with every quarrel, nor to the pot for every thirst. I never saw an oft-removed tree, nor yet an oft-removed family, that throve so well as those that settled be. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. The worship of God is a duty. The hearing and reading of sermons may be useful, but if men rest in hearing and praying, as too many do, it is as if a tree should value itself in being watered and putting forth leaves, though it never produced any fruit. Eat to live, and not live to eat. A great talker may be no fool, but he is one that relies on him. When there is so much to be done for yourself, your family, and your country, be up by peep of day. Let not the sun look down and say, "Inglorious here he lies." Don't misinform your doctor nor your lawyer. He's the best physician that knows the worthlessness of the most medicines. Would you live with ease, do what you ought and not what you please. Man and woman have each of them qualities and tempers in which the other is deficient, and which in union contribute to the common felicity. God heals, and the doctor takes the fees. He that is known to pay punctually and exactly to the time he promises, may at any time, and on any occasion, raise all the money his friends can spare. This is sometimes of great use. Life, like a dramatic piece, should not only be conducted with regularity, but it should finish handsomely. God helps them who help themselves. The art of getting riches consists very much in thrift. All men are not equally qualified for getting money, but it is in the power of every one alike to practice this virtue. Having been poor is no shame, being ashamed of it is. Our opinions are not in our own power. They are formed and governed much by circumstances that are often as inexplicable as they are irresistible. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools, that don't have brains enough to be honest. After all, wedlock is the natural state of man. A bachelor is not a complete human being. He is like the odd half of a pair of scissors, which has not yet found its fellow, and therefore is not even half so useful as they might be together. I would advise you to read with a pen in hand, and enter in a little book short hints of what you find that is curious, or that may be useful, for this will be the best method of imprinting such particulars in your memory. Reading makes a full man, meditation a profound man, discourse a clear man. There are in life real evils enough, and it is folly to afflict ourselves with imaginary ones. It is time enough when the real ones arrive. Work as if you were to live 100 years. Pray as if you were to die tomorrow. Hope and faith may be more firmly built upon charity, than charity upon faith and hope. If a man empties his purse into his head, no man can take it away from him. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. I look upon death to be as necessary to our constitution as sleep. We shall rise refreshed in the morning. We need a revolution every 200 years, because all governments become stale and corrupt after 200 years. The best thing to give to your enemy is forgiveness, to an opponent, tolerance, to a friend, your heart, to your child, a good example, to a father, deference, to your mother, conduct that will make her proud of you, to yourself, respect, to all others, charity. Security without liberty is called prison. The best of all medicines are rest and fasting. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. It seems to me that if statesmen had a little more arithmetic, or were accustomed to calculation, wars would be much less frequent. The most trifling actions of a man, in my opinion, as well as the smallest features and lineaments of the face, give a nice observer some notion of his mind. He who sacrifices freedom for security deserves neither. I never knew a man who was good at making excuses who was good at anything else. Common sense is something that everyone needs, few have, and none think they lack. Most men die from the neck up at age 25 because they stopped dreaming. The ancients tell us what is best, but we must learn of the moderns what is fittest. I don't believe in stereotypes. I prefer to hate people on a more personal basis. To lengthen thy life, lessen thy meals. Do not anticipate trouble, or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. Content makes poor men rich. Discontentment makes rich men poor. Employ your time well, if you mean to get leisure. Well done is better than well said. Energy and persistence conquer all things. If you would know the value of money, go try to borrow some, for he that goes a borrowing goes a sorrowing. If you would persuade, you must appeal to interest rather than intellect. The eye of the master will do more work than both his hands.